session we discussed about steps involved in respiration and the chemistry behind respiration. Before we move into today's topic, we'll see a small video clipping which shows some instances in our daily life. Are you familiar with the methods how it is produced? Many organisms like bacteria, yeast, etc. survive in absence of oxygen. If so, how do they get the energy for life process? It is by respiration itself. Respiration without oxygen. Respiration in absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Respiration in absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Respiration in presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. Respiration in presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. In this module, we are going to discuss about anaerobic respiration. During anaerobic respiration, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is either converted into lactic acid or alcohol. Glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is either converted into alcohol or lactic acid. We'll see some examples for anaerobic respiration. Curding of milk takes place in presence of a bacteria known as lactobacillus. Lactobacillus. Bacteria respire anaerobically. During anaerobic respiration, the lactose what is present in the milk is converted into lactic acid, carbon dioxide and water. Another example is fermentation of batter prepared for appam, bread, etc. Fermentation of batter takes place in presence of yeast. Yeast also respire anaerobically. During anaerobic respiration, the glucose what is present in the flour is converted into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is converted into alcohol, carbon dioxide and water. So the glucose is converted into alcohol, carbon dioxide and water. Presence of water and carbon dioxide makes the batter soft and puffy. So, anaerobic respiration is also known as fermentation. Curding of milk, preparation of baked items, bread making, brewing of beer, distillation of alcohol, preparation of wine, preparation of cheese, biofuel production, tea leaf fermentation, cocoa bean fermentation, processing of meat and fish, fermentation of fruits and vegetables, etc. are examples for fermentation. Can you now formulate a definition for fermentation? Fermentation is a metabolic process that produces chemical changes in organic substrates through the action of enzymes.
or it can be defined as enzyme catalyzed energy yielding process from glucose in absence of oxygen.
In certain circumstances, anaerobic respiration takes place in human beings too. When you are engaged in a strenuous continuous exercise, energy utilization increases and availability of oxygen decreases. So, muscles depend upon anaerobic respiration to produce more energy. During anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is formed in the muscles. It increases the acidity in muscles and slows down the action of enzymes which control muscular contraction. As a result, muscles get exhausted and temporarily lose the power of contraction. This condition is known as muscle fatigue or muscle cramps. More about muscle fatigue and muscle cramps you will learn in the coming chapter.
I repeat, when you are engaged in strenuous exercise, energy utilization in muscles increases and oxygen availability decreases. So, muscle cells produce energy by anaerobic respiration. During anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is formed in the muscle cells, which leads to increase in acidity in muscle cells. And it also slows down the action of many enzymes associated with muscular contraction. As a result, muscles get exhausted and temporarily lose their power of contraction. This condition is known as muscle fatigue.